Warning, spoilers ahead. Today, I'm going to recap a Korean romance comedy movie released in 2016 called Mood of the Day. The movie is about the beautiful love story of two strangers that can break even a decade of a prior commitment. The two unlikely souls are brought together by fate in a comedic and unexpected way. How will their story end? Let's find out together. The film opens with a charismatic man named Kim, a basketball player manager, jogging in the morning and being greeted by a girl. They seem often meet at the jogging track. He hits on her, asking her to a dinner date like usual. But she says she has a boyfriend now. So Kim tells her to call him once she is done with her boyfriend. What a giga Chad. Meanwhile, Bae, an advertising manager, walks to her office. As she arrives, her staff reports that they cannot contact a basketball player named Jin, who is supposed to sign an advertising contract with their company. They need Jin's contract to secure another contract with a department store, which Bae will have to present in Busan later that day. Before going to the train station, Bae's staff brings her a change of clothes as hers is ruined because she fell and spilt her coffee when an unknown person hit her with a basketball this morning. The outfit is cuter than her usual clothes, making her look gorgeous. Somewhere else in Kim's office, he is also trying to contact Jin to discuss his plan to transfer Jin to the NBA in America, but he can't be reached. His senior, Kang, informs him that Jin might be in Busan, so they plan to ride a train there to meet him. Kim and Kang pass by with Bae on the train station's escalator. They admire her gorgeous look as they go separately. Before getting on the train, Bae meets with her two high school friends, one of whom says that she is going to marry a man she had only known for 2 months. Bae is surprised because the guy her friend is going to marry is her first love whom she dated a few years ago. Seeing the awkward situation, Bae quickly says goodbye to make her trip to Busan. Kim buys a train ticket, but he and Kang have to sit in different train cars. While buying the ticket, they talk about Kim's last night one-night stand with a girl. This makes the ticket lady uncomfortable. But when Kim says thanks to her and mentions her name, she becomes enchanted. Kang tries the same but gets a different reaction. Nice try, buddy. On the train, it turns out that Bae is sitting next to Kim. After a while, Kim effortlessly tries to open a conversation with her, even offering her half of his food. However, Bae tries to firmly limit it until it ends in an awkward incident when she tries to leave her seat to pick up a call. Apparently, the call is from her boyfriend, who immediately asks her to send him the old laptop she's been using. But he forgets that Bae is actually on a business trip. Bae feels disappointed because he ignores her when she wants to tell him about her day. It looks like their relationship is not a healthy one. Bae returns to her seat, and it turns out that Kim has bought Bae bottled milk because she wanted one earlier. Bae misinterprets Kim's attention, thinks he is seducing her and rejects him by saying she has a boyfriend. The Chad Kim is so confident of himself and keeps hitting on her to the point he straight up tells Bae that he wants to have a night with her. She refuses and becomes uncomfortable, making her change seat. But the seat keeps getting filled, forcing her to sit back with Kim. They make a bet to not say a word during the rest of the trip, where the loser has to treat the other for food in Busan. Unfortunately, Bae loses when she decides to receive a call from her high school friend that she met earlier. Suddenly the train stops because of an unknown reason. Meanwhile, Kim also receives a call and talks about Jin when Bae overhears the conversation. Finally, Bae realizes that Kim is Jin's manager and comes to Busan to find him. Bae wants to follow Kim for a chance to meet Jin, so she agrees to treat him food in Busan. Kim proposes to get off the train because it's having a problem and stops midway, and Bae is forced to follow in order to find Jin. Luck is not on their side, as not long after they get off, the train starts moving again, leaving them in the middle of nowhere while Kang is busy taking care of his business in the train's toilet. This forces Kim to contact his old school friend to borrow a car. They finally find out about each other's names during the drive to Jin's family house. It turns out that they are having a funeral there, but Jin has already left. Either way, Kim and Bae decide to honor the funeral by enjoying the served food. At first, Bae hesitates because she worries that she will be late for the presentation, but Kim says he considers this a substitute for the treat Bae promised. The two left after Bae becomes emotional as the funeral reminds her of her late father. Kim tries to comfort the emotional Bae on their way to downtown Busan. It looks like, despite being a playboy, he is pretty understanding. Kim invites Bae to eat at an excellent restaurant that he knows after her presentation. She declines a little sarcastically and says she has to go back to Seoul after the presentation. They then talk about Bae's relationship that's been going on for 10 years and then debate about whether having one-night stands is normal or not. When they arrive in Busan, Kim escorts Bae to the presentation venue as promised, and Bae snidely says goodbye. Then, Kim picks up Kang, who seems to be lost in Busan, but he realizes that Bae left her laptop in his car. Kim immediately turns around when he almost arrives. Kang, who sees him, spontaneously chases the car until he falls into an open utility hole because he is distracted by a group of beautiful ladies passing by. Meanwhile, Bae is nervous as her presentation doesn't go well because she forgot her laptop. It turns out that Kim comes and connects her laptop at a crucial time. Bae can finally give her presentation perfectly, even convincing the department store's team that she will get Jin to sign an advertising contract. After he successfully helps Bae, Kim leaves to pick up the unfortunate Kang. After the presentation, Bae goes to the restaurant that Kim recommended. It turns out that Kim also comes there with Kang. The two of them finally eat together, with Kang acting effortlessly as the third wheel. Kim introduces Bae to the restaurant owner's daughter as his girlfriend. It turns out Kim's aunt owns the restaurant. When she wants to pay for the food, the restaurant owner says she doesn't have to because she is his nephew's lover. Kim takes Bae to find a taxi to go to the station, but just before getting into the taxi, Kim's niece informs him that she knows Jin's whereabouts. They go to the basketball practice building, but it turns out that Jin has already left again. The coach advised Kim not to pressure Jin to go to the NBA and let him choose his own path because he isn't as ambitious as Kim used to be. However, Kim still insists that it is the best choice as he thinks it's silly for Jin to deny this opportunity. After Kim and Bae leave, our boy Kang comes to look for them but is left alone again. He takes a taxi to follow them but gets dropped because he doesn't bring his wallet. He then frantically chases the taxi because he forgets his phone in it. Meanwhile, Kim takes Bae to a temple on a mountain where he thinks Jin might be. As Bae is wearing high heels, she isn't too sure about coming but eventually goes upstairs as well. Arriving at the top, it turns out that they again fail to find Jin. As they both enjoy the view from the temple, a woman who knows Kim greets him, but he seems to have forgotten who she is. They then realize that the woman is one of Kim's one-night stands. Bae makes fun of him because of this. The two of them walk back from the temple until they have to take shelter from the rain. Kim seems to notice that Bae's feet hurt from walking for a long time in high heels, so he massages her feet. A moment later, the rain stops. It seems that Bae is starting to be charmed by Kim's charisma and kindness. She goes on to say that she wants to try and enjoy the night with Kim without any commitments. They both go out to buy some drinks and stay in a hotel room. Bae seems nervous about sleeping with a man she just met, especially just as a one-night stand. Kim asks her why she finally is willing to do it. Bae answers because she thinks he's a genuinely good person. Hearing this, Kim now feels it's wrong to take advantage of Bae. She is not just any cheap woman he used to sleep with. So he backs down and says they shouldn't sleep together that night. Bae feels terrible and regrets mustering up the courage only to be rejected by Kim. Bae leaves the hotel and is chased by Kim, who says that he doesn't mean it in a bad way. But Bae already feels ashamed of herself. For some reason, the confident and charismatic Kim becomes domesticated. Maybe he finally understands what real love is? To try and cheer her up, Kim takes Bae to the basketball practice building at night, where outsiders shouldn't be allowed to enter. The two manage to sneak inside for drinks and some noodles. There, they talk to each other. Bae talks about her boyfriend, who isn't willing to progress with their relationship despite already together for 10 years. Meanwhile, her friend is going to marry someone who she just met months ago. Seeing that Bae feels desperate, Kim tries to cheer her up by throwing a ball into the ring. It is not long before they realize that someone is coming. And sure enough, the officers come to check the room, making them both run away. One thing leads to another, and as the romantic tension grows, Kim and Bae sleep together at the gym. The next morning, Kim is taking a shower on the basketball practice court. While Bae is waiting outside, she seems to hear someone is coming. Embarrassed, Kim and Bae immediately run away while Kim is still wearing a towel. Kim then escorts Bae to Busan Station and heavy-heartedly end their one-night stand. After Bae leaves, Jin finally appears and says he doesn't want to go to the NBA. Although Kim tries hard to persuade him, Jin still insists that he wants to have a career in Korea first because he loves his girlfriend too much to leave her. Kim finally understands Jin's reasoning as he confronts his boss that he will not force Jin to go to the NBA. Of course, this angered his boss, but Kim still insists that he's not going to do it just to benefit the agency. After quitting the agency, Jin comes to Kim and asks him to be his manager again, even outside the agency, because he can only trust Kim. Kim agrees and then asks Jin to sign the advertising contract for Best Company. Meanwhile, Bae goes to meet her boyfriend and asks for a breakup. Their relationship is going nowhere, so it is better to end it before hurting each other further. Later, Kim goes to Bae's office to give Jin's contract. But it turns out that Bae is not in the office, so he just asks the receptionist to give it to her. It turns out she is at a cafe with her friends. Kim sits next to Bae, but she doesn't notice Kim's presence. They chat about Bae's breakup, and her friend asks about the guy Bae met on the train. She says that he was just a one-night stand and that it means nothing to her and that man. Kim, who hears it, feels devastated and very disappointed. The playboy Kim turns out to be expecting much more from his usual one-night stand. To cope with it, he gets drunk with Kang. Bae also seems to be tormented by her feelings for not being able to confess her feelings to Kim. Sometime later, Bae is told by the receptionist, who mistaken Kim as her boyfriend, that Kim wrote beautiful words for Bae in Jin's contract. She does not realize about the memo in the document, so she rummages through the document and finds the memo that Kim wrote. Realizing her mistake, Bae runs to find Kim in Jin's basketball arena, but Kim isn't there. Apparently, he is leaving for Chicago. Kang calls him to say Bae came there. Meanwhile, Bae runs to the train station, but his train has already left. However, Kim didn't get on the train. Standing in front of each other, Bae says that what she said in the cafe isn't true and confesses her feelings for Kim. And so they lived happily ever after. That's how the tales end. Sometimes love can come to you in unexpected situations. Breaking up a long commitment is often hard, but necessary if nothing good comes up from it. Kim's own values get questioned and eventually broken by his feelings for Bae, a person he only met and spent time with for a day. Which side of the one-night stand do you stand on? Let us know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you for watching, and as always, see you next time.